So I always encourage students to take a look at any pattern, any easier way to do some calculation instead of just when you see numbers, just start to write and pile them up and start to add. So in this case, Ms. Passy needs to add the scores of her 10 students. Okay, she has 10 students and they all did the test. Everybody got a score. She wanted to add them up with the total score of the class and get the average of the class, right? But before she finds the average, she wants to find the sum and divide it by the total number of students. That's how you usually do average. But when you see the numbers, so some students just jump on and start to pile them up, 92, 86, 91, 88, just start pile them up and add. And a lot of times, since there's so many numbers to add, they could easily make mistakes and mess up the answer, all right? So I always want to say, look at the numbers, take a look at them, see if you see any patterns to help you simplify the calculation, all right? So one sentence my students would remember is like this. So don't carry out the calculation until you have to. So in this case, again, 10 numbers, you take a look at them and see any patterns. Some would say patterns means like you can make up tens or hundreds. Here, I don't see any number like that. I don't really see, although we have 89 and 91, add them together could help a little bit, but not really much. However, though, if you look at the number here, you see they're all in the neighborhood of 90, right? So obviously her students are pretty good, pretty strong. They got pretty good scores. So they're all around 90. So all in the borderline of get an A, right? Some of them are probably above 90, we say A plus. Some of them a little bit less than 90, we say it maybe A minus. But overall, it's a pretty good distribution of the scores, right? They're all around 90. So what if I start from 90 then? So then the first one, let me start to write again. So the first number is 90. Annotation, I get a draw here. Here you go. What's going on? All right, I'll come back here, right? So first number I see 90, 90 plus 2, right? Second number is also 90 minus 4. Third number, 90 plus 1. Next one is minus 2, minus 3. And next one is 90, exactly 90. So that's 90 plus 0. So we're going to leave it as is. Then 89 is minus 1, 90 minus 1, 90 plus 3, plus 2, and minus 2. Okay, so if I add all these little numbers up, that becomes much easier, right? Especially when I see positive numbers and negative numbers. Positive 2 and negative 2, we can cancel it out. Positive 3, negative 3, cancel it out. Positive 1, negative 1, cancel it out. Positive 2, negative 2, cancel it out. Wow, I only have a negative 4 left. And that is based on all 90s. All the numbers are 90s. So we have 10 90s, right? So that means we can use 90 times 10, we get 900, and minus 4, that's going to be our answer. So the answer is 896. All right, so that's how it helps to look at the pattern. Look at any pattern that you can use to help you simplify the calculation.